It's been almost 4 years since I shot my first turkey and put the gun in the closet. With college and other priorities, hunting wild turkeys in Wisconsin just wasn't on my mind. Each year my dad would ask if I would join him, but it felt easier and easier with time that passed to say no. This year I pictured hunting and tried to remember the feelings of excitement that I shared with my dad after shooting that first turkey. After careful consideration and a little bit of negotiating, I decided it would be in my best interest to go on the hunt with my dad before moving out to Utah to start fisheries work.
We're about to get ready for turkey hunting today. Are you ready, Dad?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I found a nice big oak tree to rest against, about 40 yards from my dad. It's still pretty early in the morning, but I can already hear turkeys gobbling from the roost nearby. One of the gobbles becomes amplified, so I decide to change the angle of the camera before it gets too close. A tom struts towards me from 100 yards out, displaying its beautiful feathers. But then suddenly, it turns around. I don't know what I've done wrong.
Well, I didn't think you were going to get up that fast.
Well, I wasn't, but it seemed like the bird was moving that way.
My dad had sent me a text message earlier, but I was afraid to get my phone out and miss the action going on around me. Apparently there was a miscommunication, and my dad had gotten up from his spot early, and he may have spooked the tom.
He was coming this way slowly, and then he turned around, and I was like, what the heck?
After staying put for a bit longer, we decide to set up in a new area. Shortly after, boredom starts to set in. Later that afternoon, we decided to creep alongside the creek to get to where we anticipated the turkeys to roost.
I got hungry.
What a dummy.
I don't have any footage because I fell asleep, but I woke up to a tom walking directly towards us and wasn't able to sit up in time. I spooked the tom, ending the day with another missed opportunity. The next day, my dad and I tested our luck on a new piece of land close to where I shot my first turkey. Over 100 yards away, I spot a turkey angling towards us, and I'm just hoping that it's a tom.
Like straight ahead, like 100 yards or more. Yeah, but it's like way too far away. It's still like in the forest over there. It might just be a hen though.
We had a prime opportunity to shoot a jake, or a juvenile male turkey, but we both wanted to look down the barrel on a big old tom. It wasn't all bad though, because as it turned out, our friend Dan had gotten lucky and shot a big tom while he was setting up a new blind. The next day, my dad and I set up in the same spot. Early on, we hear gobbles in 3 different directions, but at 7 o'clock the forest is silent. Around 7:30, we hear a tom behind us in the field. We know there's a hunter back there, so morale is pretty low. Regardless, I give a few calls with my slate, and 15 minutes later, a tom appears out of nowhere, 10 yards away. These beasts have 3 times greater eyesight than humans, covering a span of 270 degrees left to right. I didn't have time to turn on the GoPro because I was afraid that it might see me. But anyways, the rest is history.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Let's go, Dad. Yeah. Dad, we called him in. We called him in. Dad, I wanted to turn the camera on so... Dad, he's literally like 10 yards away behind me. I could see him through the wood.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh shit.
Why didn't you have? Well, you could hear him. He was so damn. I'm like,
I wanted to turn it on so bad. Oh my god. Yeah. And we just got a turkey.
sweet.
Alright, so we were hunting right here. And the turkey came from behind there and came straight out. Right there. And pow! Alright. It's a decent beard. This bird isn't the heaviest. It was about 20 pounds. Nice spurs. About 3/4 to a full inch. Yeah, buddy. Very excited. Good hunt.
If you haven't gone turkey hunting, I highly recommend it. I prefer it over deer hunting as it is a much more active hunt with just as much reward at the end. I'm very happy that I decided to go on this hunt because I have memories with my dad that I'll cherish forever. The turkey also tasted pretty good, especially since I slow cooked it with some barbecue sauce. Delicious, get in my belly.